What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a look at a lot of new cards from PRB-01. The official social channels of Bandai have been very busy doing reveals for Premium Booster 01. Lovely photos in English, and what we're going to do in this video is run through a whole bunch of cards that have been revealed. So at the end of this video, you can be where I am, where you sit here and go, hang on a second, Wassy. That looks really fun. I want to be getting involved with PRB-01. I've told you guys this before, and I'll tell you again. This is, at the moment, and it might be undone with the next set OP-09, but at the moment, PRB-01, when it drops, will be the very best set we've had in the One Piece TCG. So with that borne in mind, let's run through a whole bunch of new cards. Starting off with a pair of Bello Betty. And you'll notice that they are the same card, but different artwork. The reason is, one is a full art, and one is an alternate art. So we're going to be seeing that a bunch. This is a thing in the set. Not every full art has a corresponding alt art. Not every alt art has a corresponding full art, but Bello Betty does, and I want them both. And then they've also gone and shown us the Ivankov Don. I'm going to be honest with you, the order in which they're showing off the Don seems weird, but remember, we are getting these gold super parallel Don. In Japan, these Don were 1 per case, that is 1 per 10 boxes. The regular Don are 1 per pack. The parallel Don are 1 per box, and the super parallel are 1 per case, 1 per 10 boxes. We'll have to see what it's like over here. We have got ourselves an alternate art of the secret rare Shanks from OP-01, the one with Rush that stops blocker, and a full art of the promo Kobe, which is, again, another blocker, which is pretty nice. Now, we got two versions of Sanji's Pilaf here. One is basically a kind of a full art textured version, and the other is just a full-on alt art version. There are special foil versions of some of the event cards. You can see that here with Sanji's Pilaf, along with the actual full-on full art. And then if we have a little bit of a look at Gum Gum Red Rock as well, we see the same thing, where, now actually, the Gum Gum Red Rock is your Pirate Flag holo. All the commons, uncommons, and rares will be available as Pirate Flag holos, so it's not just a regular fancy foil version like Sanji's Pilaf. It is actually one of these Pirate Flag holos. You'll notice also Sanji's Pilaf has a little embossed logo in the bottom left-hand corner, whereas because Gum Gum Red Rock is a Pirate Flag holo, it does not. And then, of course, you've got the fancy full art version of it. We got full art versions of the Nami and Luffy promo cards, which have actually seen a little bit of play. And then we've got ourselves the Kozuki Oden Don as well. Not my favourite Don, but I want all of these Don. All of these Don are brilliant. Now, if you're a fan of Kaido, wonderful news. We have got ourselves the OP-04 Kaido and the OP-05 Kaido, and both of these are alternate art. The OP-04 is the one that bounces 2 characters to hand. The OP-05 is the one that draws. Both very cool cards. We've then also got an alternate art of Ulti here, the one from OP-05, and an alternate art of Kozuki Hiyori from OP-06, which is the one that gives you hand advantage and counter plus 2k. It's a very cool card. We got some more gold Don to have a look at. We've got Charlotte, Katakuri, and Magellan here. Again, not my favourite gold Don, but they're all pretty cool. I'll be honest with you, the Katakuri one makes me want donuts, and that's not good for me. We've got the Captain Capone Beige, the really, really good one from OP-04, as both a full art and an alt art. It's one with a ridiculous trigger that stops somebody attacking. It's a phenomenal card. We've got ourselves an alternate art Mihawk, the one from OP-01 that bounces a 7 cost, and the Boa Hancock from OP-01 that both blocks and draws cards. Lovely alternate arts. And then the Rebecca Don, which is a very cool Don. We have got ourselves a couple different versions here of Charlotte Smoothie. We've got a full art and we've got an alternate art, the one from OP-03. We've also then got a couple of other Big Mum Pirates, an alt art Charlotte Cracker from OP-03, and an alternate art Charlotte Perospero, looking frankly kind of creepy. This does not make me want sweets, this artwork. We got ourselves a new artwork of the Sanji from OP04. Unlike all the arts from that card, it's very much a wedding-focused Sanji, but it's a blocker you can play from Trigger. And then the Kaido Don, which is one of the better Don. It's awesome. We got ourselves a pair of Bartolomeo. This is a really good blocker from OP04. And you'll notice we have both an alt art and a full art there. So, art we've seen before, an art we very much haven't. And then the same thing from the Shirahoshi from OP05. Both an alternate art and a full art. And this is the counter plus 2k that makes your opponent get rid of cards in hand. Shirahoshi never has power, but is often a good card anyway. Now, we can look at a couple of other gold Don. We got Captain Eustace Kidd and Rob Lucci. They are very nice. We've also got an alternate art of Gecko Moria, which is a really good one from OP06, the busted one. And then One-Legged Soldier, which is my favourite alt art in the set. This is my single favourite alternate art in the set. And I actually pulled it from, I only opened like 20 packs in Japan. Actually pulled it. It's the only alternate art I pulled. I was delighted. We got ourselves a lovely alternate art of the Izzo from OP01. And then we've got both a full art and an alt art by Soso of the Kozuke Momonosuke. And I love this, especially the Soso alternate art. We've got the King Don, for those of you who are fans of King, and then an alternate art of Ryuma, which is obviously stunning, and the film Bartolomeo, the promo Bartolomeo, coming through here as well. Now, if we want to have a look at a couple of event cards, we can look at 3000 Worlds. Now here, this is not the Pirate Flag Holo, this is the special foil and the alternate art. And the alt art here is so good. And then we got the same thing with Hound Blaze, where we've got the alternate foil and the full art. I don't know why they're so scared to show us Pirate Flag Holos, but they're just not showing us many of them. We've got the Gold Don of both Vivi and Crocodile here. The Vivi Don is absolute, like, top 3 Don. It is definitely one of the top 3 Don in the set. It is phenomenal. Crocodile one's pretty cool as well. But, again, if you've read the manga, watch the anime, this Vivi Don is redonk. If you're feeling more in the mood for Navy, we've got both a full art and an alternate art of the Branu from OP03. It's your Navy Searcher, it's a great card. And we then got an alternate art of Sakazuki from OP02 and Borsellino from OP02. Both very good cards coming through with alternate art. We have the Law Don. Now, here's what's interesting, of course. They went and banned the phenomenal Law Leader. Had they not done so, this would be even more sought after. But as it is, it's pretty sought after. And then we've got full art and alt art of the Kazan from OP02, which, again, good card, seen a bunch of play. Speaking of which, we got full art and alt art of Satori from OP05, which, once again, it's a card we've seen being played all over because counter plus 2k and has a trigger that can be played. Come on. And then while we're talking about event cards a lot, 200 million Volt Samaru, both an alternate art and the fancy foil version. Not the Pirate Flag Holo. I don't know why they won't show more of those off. Now, we can also have a look at the Yamato Don, which I know a lot of people like Yamato, so that's going to be pretty gosh darn popular. And then we've also got Yamato and Upper Yard. Yeah, not many of them, but, you know, you do get things like these event cards with the all of stage cards of alternate art. There are a couple of them hiding in the set. Now, I think these next 3 cards are going to be slightly less popular, but we do have the Hody Jones Gold Don. Hope that's not the one you pull, unless you love Hody Jones. And then we've got alternate arts of both Hody Jones and Arlong from OP06. I'm not a huge fan of Fishmen, the deck, the characters, or anything else. But I love this Don. This is the Iceberg Don. And frankly, Iceberg's not my favourite character. This is my favourite of the Don. I adore this Don. I don't think I'm ever going to get 10 gold versions of this to bling out my deck, but I promise you if I can, I will. Iceberg, not my favourite character, but I'm sorry, this is the optimal gold Don in this set, and I will not be told otherwise. We've also got an alternate art Trafalgar Law, which is awesome, the one from OP-01, it's a great card. Alternate art Kid from OP-01, another great card. And alternate art Yamato from OP-01, which I believe is actually Treasure Cruise themed, although they don't have the game logo on there. We've also got Don here for Gecko Moria, would have been better before Gecko Moria became borderline unplayable. And Perona, which is my second favourite Don in the set. So for anybody paying attention, I've now told you my top 3 Don in the set. Love this Perona Don. Still prefer the Iceberg, but this is number 2. And then we've got, and this is one of my chase cards from the set, Alt Art Charlotte Katakuri, because it's Akira Igawa artwork, and it is just ridiculous. Adore this card, want it very badly. Oh, and then we got Boa Hancock, alt art from Starter Deck 3. Yes, that is the second Boa Hancock for which I've shown you an alt art. It just is. Oh, speaking of which, Don Quixote do Flamingo, also alternate art Akira Igawa, another one of my real chase cards from the set. I'm not going reserved with PRB-01, and you can't make me. Speaking of Don Quixote Pirates, though, we've also got the Baby 5 from OP-05 in alt art, and as a full art as well, which is pretty nice. We got Sabo Don that I know a lot of people are going to be into. And then we've got an alt art of Capone Beige from Starter Deck 2. And yes, I know I showed you the other Capone Beige a minute ago. Yeah, there's a bunch. We've then got the Captain Kidd that came around in OP-05, the really nice one. We've got the Secret Rare Monkey D. Luffy from OP-05, the one that's, 10 cost and all of that. And the Kaido from Starter Deck 4 that gets Rush. Love the art on this Kaido as well. We've got ourselves Don cards of Don Quixote Rocinante, that I don't think will be that popular. And Zorro, which, if you go by Japan, this is the number 1. This is the actual number 1 alt art Don in the set, according to what they said in Japan. And to be fair, it is actually stunning, and the kanji on there embossed in gold. It is a great Don card. I still want the Iceberg, but this is awesome. And then we've got Judgment of Hell as both a fancy foil and an alternate art. And this is actually a card which, again, has seen a whole bunch of play. So there we go. I promised you a lot of new cards from Premium Booster 01, and I think I delivered quite nicely. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these cards. Tell me which are your chase cards from the set. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.